If you want to level up your gaming setup by going from this to this, you've clicked on the right video. It's Romby 360. Everyone wants a big TV these days to have the best as possible next-gen gaming experience. But if you want to take it to the next level, I would definitely recommend you checking out this Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit. Because the LED colors match what's going on your TV, which not only works on movies, but also on your gaming console, which is already pretty awesome because it creates a certain atmosphere which makes you fully immerse in your games and movies. But besides that, also has an edge over its competitors with their Fantasy Syncbox, which I will explain later in this video, and has a more than decent price. And of course, I have a link and discount code to everything in the comments and description. So check out the entire video because I will guide you through the following, which is the unboxing, how to set up the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit, the performance on movies and consoles, but also a quick color test, and the price and my overall verdict. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you will see more awesome tech and gaming content, but also help me reach 5k subscribers. Now the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit comes in this nice box. As you can see on the front, it's based on an HDMI 2.0 connection, which means you can connect it to any console up to HDMI 2.0. On the side, you can see it's made for specific TV screen sizes from 50-inch up to 90-inch. So if you're going to buy this, make sure you have the right size to match your TV. But in this video, I'm setting it up on a 65-inch OLED TV, so you have a clear idea of what's going on. On the bottom of the box, you can see that it supports various assistants like Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant and SmartThings. And it also has an app in both the Google Play Store and Apple Store, which I will show you later in this video. On the back, you get a quick overview what's in the box, and in the box itself, you get a black Lytmi Neo LED strip, which I like because it matches the back of most TVs instead of a white LED strip. You also get a power cable and an HDMI 2.0 cable, so you don't have to get that separately. You also get some clips or connectors and some Velcro tape, a USB-C cable and the Fantasy box, which I think is great because on most competitors you need to use a camera on top of your TV, which I think doesn't look that good, but with this Fantasy box you get a nice and clean look, which is much better in my opinion compared to its competitors. So the physical installation is actually pretty easy. Just start off with dusting the backside of your TV so there won't be any dust and the LED strip will stick well. Then apply the LED strip like you can see here. I started at the side and then worked my way around. Then I checked everything to see if the LED strip is stick to the TV nice and securely. From there, you can use this 3M tape to secure the corners even more, but you can also use it to hold down the extra cables in case needed. From here, you can attach the sync box with the included Velcro, which is perfect to mount it on the back of your TV instead of having it on your TV cabinet where it's in plain sight. I've attached the sync box a bit higher on the TV so the USB-C cable won't dangle too much. And I also put the sync box upside down so the USB-C cable goes downward, which I think is nice, but you can choose what's best for you. Now just plug in the power right here and then close off the physical setup by attaching the HDMI cable to your TV and to your sync box. And you can also attach an HDMI cable to the sync box and to a console to have it match your games, which we will also check later in this video. And now everything is attached nice and properly. And I got to say, it looks really clean and minimalistic. As mentioned, besides the physical setup, we can also set up and use the Lytmi's app, which gives you a lot of control over the Lytmi Neo LED strip. You have a video, recreation and game mode, but you can also have it react to music, set scenes or control it by voice. So there's a lot of options here, and I'm sure there's some setting in there that matches your own personal preference. Now let's test out some movies and then try out all current consoles and the Steam Deck. Just a small note, there might be some minor spoilers. I try to avoid them as much as possible, but just be aware of that. One thing that I was a bit hesitant about was that the color representation of the Lytmi Neo LED strip would be too harsh, but I was glad to see it is nice and subtle. The It's more noticeable on animated movies, which I think is more than okay, and I truly think that it brings that extra dimension to your movies. Now let's move on to the consoles, starting with the PlayStation 5. Horizon Forbidden West is already a visually appealing game, but the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit complements this even more. I'm glad that I still haven't finished this game yet, because now I can continue this great game with the extra color dimension of the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit. Ratchet & Clank is even more colorful than Horizon Forbidden West, so the colors of the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit pop even more, like we've seen on animated movies. Again, it's not distracting at all for me, but you've got to experience this yourself in real life to see how cool it is. But hopefully this video helps you a bit with that. Let's move on to the Xbox Series X, where we are testing out the Lytmi Fantasy TV Backlight kit on Cyberpunk, another game with a lot of color, and as you can see here, matches this game perfectly. I'm definitely going to use these lights when the new DLC drops. Even more colorful is the new game Hi-Fi Rush, which is a rhythm-based action game, and as you can see here, the Lytmi kit complements this game even more. It's definitely worth a try, especially with this LED kit. Let's not forget the Nintendo Switch, but how could we with Zelda Breath of the Wild and the upcoming Tears of the Kingdom? I've put so many hours in this game and cannot wait to play Tears of the Kingdom, especially with this Lytmi Fantasy kit. And here is another game that I've spent countless of hours in, which is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It is a lot of fun to play, but the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit just gives that extra dimension to an already awesome gaming experience. Now let's test it out with the Steam Deck, which is one of the favorites on this channel. I used a docking station to connect the Steam Deck to the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit. So the game you see right here is Days Gone, which you might already know. The color representation is nice and mild, which also reflects in the Lytmi Neo LED strip. But a more colorful game is Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I absolutely love this colorful fighting game, and when it's released, I would never have thought I would be able to experience it this way with the matching LED colors, which is really awesome. As you've seen, it works flawlessly and works great on these consoles and handhelds, but it will also work on previous console generations like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. As promised, here is a quick color test. And as you can see, it's pretty accurate. All colors seem to match the screen perfectly, which is great. Overall, the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit can truly transform your gaming setup and take your gaming experience to the next level. It's easy to set up and use, looks a lot cleaner than its competitors because it doesn't need a camera and instead uses the fantasy box to control the lights through the app. So if you compare it with its competitors, it's more than decent. Because if you want a similar set from a competitor without a camera, it normally would cost you around $400 or more. But the Lytmi Fantasy TV kit normally costs around $200, which is already half the price, but you can get it for an even lower price with my special discount code. So if you want to buy one, I have the discount code and a link to the Lytmi Fantasy Backlight TV kit in the comments and description. And if you want to see more tech and gaming content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click here to see the next video. See you there!